Hey folks, welcome to Talk of the Town. I hope you stick around. We've got a great show with some great local guests coming up today. My first guest is Dr. Rolf Wagenke, who is president of Wisconsin Association of Independent Colleges and Universities. Welcome, Rolf.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Did I get that right?
You got it right.
I got the mouthful. Okay, so that's shortened to WACU, which is easy for me then to say, and it kind of sounds like way cool. We were talking about that before the show.
And we are.
You are way cool.
Yes.
What exactly is WACU, and what is your mission?
We are the official organization of Wisconsin's 24 private nonprofit colleges and universities, and there's 60,000 students. Our mission is working together for educational opportunity.
Okay, that's cool. Working together for educational opportunity. And a college or university education, as we know, is more important in this day and age than ever before in history. But everyone is worried about affordability. I mean, costs keep rising and that kind of thing. Are private colleges truly affordable? People think private colleges and they think, oh, that's more expensive than going to, say, a state school. But is that the case?
Well, you have to look at your out-of-pocket costs. There is much more financial aid available to students at a private nonprofit university. So we have, since 2006, our net tuition, meaning tuition minus student aid, has been at $5,500.
Okay.
Which is actually less than the sticker price at a public university in this state.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, if someone is looking to find a school, either a high school graduate or whoever that might be, what's the best way of finding a school or a college that's the right fit for them?
Well, it's worthwhile to put some effort into it. We encourage people to visit. We do have a website called wisconsinsprivatecolleges.org.
Okay.
But we have a private college where you can go on campus, you can meet faculty, talk to the financial aid directors, see what the food is like, see if you like this place, and that's coming up on July 11th.
Okay, so that's July 11th, and there's information on your website about
exactly.
that. Okay, excellent, excellent. The food is important. You gotta like the food that you're gonna if you're gonna go to school there. So you talked a little bit about the sticker price and the out-of-pocket costs of going to a private school versus a state school. What are some of the other advantages of attending a private college or university?
Small class sizes. The average class size in a WACU member is just 17 students. It means personal attention from a professor, not just a teaching assistant. Whole stream of majors, a lot of advantages. Earlier graduation, you have a 68% better chance of graduating in 4 years if you attend a private college.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yes.
And I think more and more of these so-called four-year degrees, these bachelor degrees, in a lot of places are starting to take more time. I mean, it's 4.5, it's 5, it's sometimes even 5.5, or if you're like me, 6. But that's great. That's great that they get that personalized attention and then hopefully get on and start making money sooner.
It also helps control their costs. If you can get out sooner, you can start working sooner.
Exactly.
You're not paying tuition as long.
Yeah, absolutely. So, okay, private universities, your universities are affordable with excellent graduation rates. You talked about that a little bit. What happens typically to your graduates once they're done?
They do get jobs. We're actually in a employees market here. There are many shortages: engineering, medical doctors, nursing, you can go on, and they definitely get jobs well up in the 90% or go on to a graduate school of their choice.
Excellent. And I think just there's still kind of a perception of, even, if you debunk the affordability aspect of going to a private school, there's still this sort of perception that, a private school is like a Harvard or a Stanford. It's kind of like an elite type of experience. But how do students know if they're truly welcome? I mean, are students truly welcome to be at any student welcome to be in these private schools?
They truly are, and that's why visiting is so important.
Right.
But we are open to students of every creed, every economic background, every color, and we affirmatively seek those kinds of students. As a matter of fact, we enroll and graduate a larger percentage of low-income students than does the University of Wisconsin system. So that shows we're open to everybody.
Wow. That's great. That's a great street cred for you guys.
Yes.
So good for you. Well, Dr. Rolf Wagenke joins us from Wisconsin Association of Independent Colleges and Universities, WACU. It was nice talking with you, Rolf.
Nice talking to you.
Don't go away. There's more Talk of the Town coming up right after this. Stick around. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. My next guest is Sarah Kitchell from Escape in Time. Sarah, how are you?
Good. How are you, Justin?
Great. Welcome to Talk of the Town. It's good to have you with us. I'm really excited to talk to you about this because I'm just learning about this today. What is Escape in Time?
Well, Escape in Time is a privately funded front for an institute called the Deja Institute, where scientists have had a breakthrough and they've created rips in time, and there are 6 portals, and you have 60 minutes to get through those portals to travel forward and backward in time.
No kidding.
Yes.
Wow. Ripples in time.
Yes.
This is heavy stuff that we're talking about here today. I had no idea what I was getting into when I agreed to host the show today. So you have you said 6 different portals, am I right?
Correct.
Okay. So talk to us about what those experiences are when they go through those 6 different portals. There's rooms that they kind of step into. What are the themes of those rooms?
So the themes of the rooms are, the first 2 that we have open are water landing, where you are in the hull of an airplane.
Okay.
And it is crashed into the sea.
Oh.
And it's floating for now.
Okay.
And you have 60 minutes to try to get back out before that portal closes and you sink to the bottom of the sea.
60 minutes.
60 minutes.
Okay. Wow. So I'm having a hard time visualizing this. So you actually are traveling through time during this experience.
Correct.
Okay.
So that's just one of the themes. We also have Eat or Be Eaten, where you're traveling through the Everglades. You're on an airboat ride. You get hit in the back of the head, and you end up in an abandoned warehouse.
Oh, okay.
And you have to escape before the serial killer comes back.
Oh, sure.
And the other rooms are going to be Captain's Cove. It's a pirate's theme. There's going to be an Orient Express, an Asian theme.
Sure.
Bank Heist, which is kind of like an old-time saloon. And there'll be an alien autopsy, which will be a lot of fun.
Oh, that'll be a lot of fun. I'm still kind of stuck on serial killer because
Sure.
I'm wondering like how you set that up. I mean, do you have a serial killer that you have on the payroll that, you know, I mean, are they, you know, do you hold them accountable if they don't actually kill somebody then?
Well, you know, if you escape in time, you won't get killed.
That's the name, Escape in Time. I love it. So this sounds like a fun activity. I mean, it sounds like something that small groups, like individuals or couples, could do, but large parties, large groups, corporate events. I mean, would they qualify for something like this?
Absolutely. I mean, trust falls are kind of a thing of the past. People are looking for something more to do where they can have a bonding experience or kind of test, you know, how they work together in different scenarios. So it's not just good for corporate events, but also like birthday parties, any kind of party, you know, to be.
Sure. Yeah. So my question then would be, what about kids? I mean, this is something that's more appropriate for adults, or?
Some of our rooms are more appropriate for adults.
Okay.
We do have age limits and ratings on them, and as well as difficulty levels.
Yeah.
So some of the rooms are 13 and up, and other rooms maybe 7 and up.
Okay. So kids as young as 7 can participate. That's cool. When are you open?
We are open Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays to the public.
Okay.
And then those days that we're open for corporate events and larger parties are Tuesdays and Wednesdays during the day.
Now, this whole concept of escape rooms is fairly new to me. So I don't have a whole lot of basis of comparison, but maybe some of the folks out there who are watching do and have experience with that. But what sets Escape in Time apart from other folks that do the escape room type of scenarios?
Escape rooms have actually been around in Japan for quite a long time. They're new in the United States.
Yeah.
But what we've liked to carry over from the original theory of escape rooms is that ours is fully immersive. So from the moment that you walk in the door, you're getting that atmosphere. Our employees dress up. They play a role in your experience. So you have this entire adventure that you're setting forth into.
Yeah, there's some theatrics and dramatic play involved and so forth.
And there's motion-activated sensors, and we are able to kind of hit every sense that you have going in.
Awesome. Really quick before we go, what made you decide to open Escape in Time?
Well, my husband, Guy, and I, we own a couple different companies. Halloween Effects is one of them, and also Wisconsin Scaryland. So we kind of have a background in prop building and
Sure.
faux finishing. And the west side of Madison really needed something to do, something
Right.
fun for couples and kids, something other activity-wise. So we decided Escape in Time would be a great way for people to do escape rooms, whether they're looking for something out on the town.
Absolutely. Sarah Kitchell from Escape in Time, thank you
Yep.
so much for joining us.
Thanks, Justin.
Check out their website or just stop on by. They're over on Normandy Lane on the west side, am I right?
Correct.
Thank you very much for joining us, and don't go away. There's more Talk of the Town coming up right after this. Stick
Thank
around.
There you go.
And welcome back to Talk of the Town. If you are interested in quilting as a hobby, a passion, or even an obsession, you'll want to stick around for my next guest. I'm joined now by Carrie Zychek, who is the new owner of Milhouse Quilts in Waunakee. Carrie, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good to have you with us today. Tell us a little bit about Milhouse Quilts.
We're located in Waunakee, as you mentioned,
Sure.
just off of Main Street. We're in a beautifully remodeled 1875 grain mill, feed mill. So it's got a unique atmosphere. It's just a wonderful building.
1875. That's crazy. That's old for America. That's
that is.
old.
That's very old, yeah.
So let's get into the good stuff right away. What's going on? What sort of events do you have going on? Anything happening at I was going to say the old feed mill, the Milhouse Quilts that you'd like to share with viewers?
Sure. The old feed mill, or Milhouse Quilts,
Yeah.
we always have a lot of activities going on.
Yeah.
In addition to our classes and clubs, we've got special activities constantly. Anyways, coming up, end of this month and beginning of the next month, we're having a Mother's Day sale, a Juki promotion. We're a Juki authorized dealer. And then in June, we're having a really huge event. It's our grand reopening, and it's our Bernina grand opening. It runs June 9th through the 17th, and it's going to culminate on the 17th with a special visit from the president and CEO of Bernina of America, Paul Ashworth.
Oh, okay. Wow. Great. Great. And that's June 9th through the 17th? you said?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. And is that on your website? So if viewers wanted to find out some more information, they can just go to your website?
Absolutely. All the information's on there. They can contact us through the website or by phone, obviously, and then we also have a lot of information on Facebook.
Excellent. So this is you're in a really unique building. Talk to us a little bit about what makes your store unique.
Our store is unique in the sense that we have customers that come from all over the country. We've got a huge following. We get online orders from all over the country as well as international. As a matter of fact, this past Monday we had a customer come in that was from New Zealand.
Wow. How did they hear about you?
It amazes me that they always find out about us, but we've got a very regional presence. We're a regional store that draws from all over the Midwest, and we get calls constantly. We've got a bus coming in from Columbus, Ohio in July.
It's very cool. Very cool. So you've been the owner for about 7 months now. How are things going?
Things have been going great. We took over in September.
Sure.
And it's been very exciting. It's been a whirlwind,
Sure.
and we've learned a lot, obviously. But what's been great about it is our employees. We've got some great employees, and they've been with us for quite a while. Been with Milhouse Quilts for quite a while.
Okay.
And they've welcomed us. They made us feel at home.
Sure.
And our customers are great as well. They welcomed us and obviously made us feel at home.
That's cool that you guys were able to keep the same employees that were there prior to your taking over as owners of the stores. That's
Absolutely.
awesome.
It's been very helpful to us.
Yeah, very cool. So do you have any plans coming up for the store as far as changes go, anything like that?
Sure. We've done some extensive remodeling in our building, and for those that haven't been there for a while and those that have come in, they are amazed at what's been done. We've taken down some walls, opened it up, add some new lighting in it where it makes it look a lot brighter. And it's something that we did to bring in our sewing machines, the sewing machines and cabinets, the Bernina, Juki, and Koala.
Oh, very cool, very cool. Now, we just have a little bit of time left, but for viewers who are not familiar with quilting, talk to them about some of the products and services that you offer. What's all involved in quilting? What do you offer?
Sure. When you may think of quilting as something you would wrap up in winter to stay warm.
Right.
Well, it's more than just that. You may call our store a creative sewing center, where we have fabric from all over the country, the finest quality from the best designers. We have notions, supplies. I said we have classes and clubs, and there's always something for everybody. You look at wall hangings, oven mitts, clothing, home decor. There's a lot involved.
Sure. And you have classes that you offer. Are those? Do you have a class schedule on your website?
We do have a class schedule. Our newsletter will be coming out this week, as a matter of fact. It covers May, June, July, and August.
Okay.
We have 30 classes, anywhere from beginners to experienced, special projects. Very exciting.
Okay. Is there enrollment periods for that, or can people just join in anytime
They
they
can
want?
sign up anytime.
That's very cool. Very cool. Real quick before we go, what is the best way for viewers to get in contact with you?
The best way is through our website,
Okay.
milhousequilts.com, and through our Facebook page.
Excellent. Carrie Zychek, owner of Milhouse Quilts in Waunakee, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Don't go away. When we come back, we'll be talking with our news partner, Marianne from Moving Forward. Stay with us. And welcome back to Talk of the Town. You should recognize this very friendly, familiar face. This is Marianne Garidi from Moving Forward. Welcome back, Marianne.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yeah, always good to have you in the studio. So for those of us who don't know, for the viewers who aren't familiar with what you do with Moving Forward, you guys are senior move managers.
Correct, yes.
So what is a senior move manager?
Sure. So a senior move manager is actually somebody who's been trained through the National Association of Senior Move Managers. And there's about 1,000 of us around the country, and we all kind of follow a code of ethics. And the thing to know is that really we go into this profession because we want seniors to have a really stress-free, calm, move and get them to where they need to be. And it tends to be stressful, so we try to remove all that stress from them.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Making a smooth transition,
Exactly.
I think, is important.
Yes.
So I'm guessing that you probably get contacted by the adult children of a lot of these folks. What is that like? What does that whole process look like?
Yeah, and it's really interesting because, one thing that I hear way too often is that I meet somebody and they always say, where were you, 5 years ago when I had to move my mom? And it's really sad because what happens is it's a very stressful time for the children as the senior as well. But the children really want to help their parents through this, and they feel like there's a lot of work to do. And what happens is there's two ways that the children tend to deal with it. And so one is all the kids might get together over a weekend, and they'll just come when mom's there, and they go through all of her stuff. They get a dumpster. They start just throwing things in there, and there's a lot of arguments because they're telling mom what to bring and what not to bring, and so it's really stressful when they do it that way. But just because of people's schedules, it happens like that. And then the other way that the kids sometimes deal with it is they'll just kind of have to drag it on for years because of their schedule. So they'll come by every Sunday, for months or years until they get the job done. And again, it's just feeling like this, overwhelming task, and they really want to do it correctly. They just don't know where to start. So they'll often call to kind of help through that process.
Yeah, and it's great to have kind of an extra pair of eyes, even, so to speak, to kind of somebody who's impartial to say, yeah, we can help you with this, and you don't have the attachment to some of the items that they may not want to get rid of and that sort of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And then with that too, sometimes kids, they feel like because it was their mom's, they feel like they should take it. And so I think we kind of help the kids through that discussion as well, that even though the mom or the dad really loved this item, it was really their item, and they don't really have to feel that they have to take it and really use the dining room table if it doesn't fit in their space. So kind of, working through that with the kids as well, that it's okay, to leave things that was special to your mom, but maybe you have a different view of it. So
those are some of the things that you would talk to some of these adult children about.
Correct.
Do you really need this? What things do you really want to keep? What things do you think would fit in your house?
Correct.
Are those basically the things that you're talking about with the kids?
Exactly. Yes, exactly. And then, from there, then we kind of go back to the parent and just kind of help them with that same discussion about what's going to fit in their new space. And then we remind both of them that there are plenty of people out there who could really use some of these items. So if they are ready to part with them, then we find good homes for the items that, they can go ahead and part with.
Absolutely,
So,
finding good homes for people who really need them.
Right.
So how long does the process typically take once you start helping a family?
Boy, we're really pretty quick, actually.
Yeah.
So once we get going, it's and again, because of the situation that people are in, they kind of tend not to call us until something has happened, either a fall or a death or something that something has happened where they really need to finish up the house and get it cleared out or move their parent. So I'd say most of our jobs are about 2 weeks process. So from start to finish, we get into a house with lots of items, totally full, 3,000 square foot house, and we can have the client happily moved, all settled in their new apartment, making sure they're good to go, and then back to the house to make sure we get the house ready then to sell. So I'd say 2 weeks is pretty standard for lots of our jobs.
That's amazing, though. I
So-
mean, if you look at some of the things that people collect over their years, I mean, they've been living in the same place for 40, 50 years,
Right.
and they start collecting those things. I mean, that's pretty amazing to get them out,
It is.
get it all out and ready to go in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's a great feeling, especially like I said, when people have been dealing with this for years,
Right.
and it's been keeping the senior from moving to where they want to go into a nice independent community. And so again, we're just kind of the final step that they need so they can say, okay, I could do this, and that's
Sure.
really a good spot for them to be.
So the whole premise of this is kind of downsizing. I'm not sure if
is.
is that a bad word to
No,
use in
no,
your
it's a great
industry?
word, and
Okay.
I think everyone should downsize. Absolutely.
Sure. Yeah,
even you.
everybody. Yeah, I should definitely.
Yes.
Yeah, no argument there. What are there some general downsizing tips that you can offer viewers?
Sure, and I think that one of the things I like to say to people, if you don't love it, if you don't love it, you can easily replace it if you feel like you need it down the road, and you can live without it. It's probably a really good thing just to let that item go.
Yeah.
As just general Americans, I think we all tend to accumulate lots of stuff, and things are always coming out with newer, better,
Yeah.
and so we just have these things in our houses.
Yeah.
So really, just kind of trying to pare it down and really just think that way. That's
Yeah.
a really good tip. If you don't love it, just let it go.
Marianne Garidi from Moving Forward, thank you so much for
Thank
joining us
you.
today. And that's all the time we have for Talk of the Town. We'll see you next time.